Today, we've brought to you the richest MMA fighters of 2022. So stay tuned and see if your favorite fighter is on the list. Number 20, Michael Bisping, net worth $9 million. Michael Bisping is an English sports analyst, actor, commentator, and retired mixed martial artist. Bisping was a UFC middleweight champion and has now been inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. Number 19, Jose Aldo, net worth $9 million. Jose Aldo is a Brazilian mixed martial artist in the UFC. Aldo was the fourth and final WEC featherweight champion and the first UFC featherweight champion during the UFC-WEC merger. Number 18, Junior Dos Santos, net worth $10 million. Junior Dos Santos is a Brazilian mixed martial artist and a former UFC heavyweight champion, currently ranked number 4 on the UFC heavyweight rankings. Number 17, Jon Bones Jones, net worth $10 million. Jon Jones is an American mixed martial artist and 3-time light heavyweight champion of the UFC. Jon Bones Jones was reinstated to the UFC in 2015 after being stripped and removed from the rankings for hit-and-run felonies. He won back the light heavyweight title in 2017, but is now tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs, causing even more controversy. Number 16, Chael Sonnen, net worth $10 million. Chael Sonnen is an American mixed martial artist who is signed with Bellator MMA and competes in the light heavyweight division. Sonnen also previously competed in the UFC, WEC, and Pancrase. Number 15, Frank Mir, net worth $11 million. Frank Mir is an American mixed martial artist who currently competes in the Bellator MMA heavyweight division. Before competing in Bellator, he was previously a UFC fighter for over 16 years. Mir is a former UFC heavyweight champion and holds the record for the most fights, victories, and submissions in UFC heavyweight history. Number 14, Ronda Rousey, net worth $12 million. Ronda Rousey is an American mixed martial artist, judoka, and actress. She's the only female MMA fighter on this list. Rousey's career began as a judo athlete, and she then made her way into the UFC. Rousey is the former UFC Women's Bantamweight champion and won 12 consecutive MMA fights in a row. Number 13, Quinton Rampage Jackson, net worth $12 million. Quinton Rampage Jackson is an American mixed martial artist, actor, and retired professional wrestler. Jackson is a former UFC light heavyweight champion and has since starred in various movie roles. Number 12, Chuck Liddell, net worth $14 million. Chuck Liddell is an American retired MMA fighter and former UFC light heavyweight champion. In 2009, Liddell was placed into the UFC Hall of Fame. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated. Number 11, Tito Ortiz, net worth $14 million. Jacob Christopher Tito Ortiz is an American retired mixed martial artist. He was a very popular sensation with the UFC crowd, and some of his fights were the most watched of all time on pay-per-view. Number 10, Randy Couture, net worth $17 million. Randy Couture is an American actor, retired United States Army sergeant, and former mixed martial artist. Couture fought in the UFC and won 6 championship titles. Randy is one of the only 3 fighters who have ever won titles in multiple weight classes. Number 9, Wanderlei Silva, net worth $18 million. Wanderlei Silva is a Brazilian mixed martial artist who's competed in Japan's Pride Fighting Championships and the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Silva holds the record for the most wins, knockouts, title defenses, and longest winning streak in Pride history. He fought in the middleweight division. Number 8, Fedor Emelianenko, net worth $18 million. Fedor Emelianenko is a Russian heavyweight mixed martial artist, samboist, and judoka. He currently competes in the Bellator MMA championships. Emelianenko has earned numerous MMA accolades over the years, including the following: Submission Beatdown of the Year 2008, Knockout of the Year 2009, the Heavyweight of the Year, Fighter of the Year, Fight of the Decades, the 2000s. Number 7, Anderson Silva, net worth $18 million. Anderson Silva is a Brazilian mixed martial artist and former UFC middleweight champion. Silva holds the longest title streak in UFC history with 16 consecutive wins and 10 title defenses. Number 6. BJ Penn, net worth $22 million. JD Penn is an American mixed martial artist and Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioner. Penn has previously won both the lightweight and welterweight UFC championships. Only 2 other fighters in history have won titles in multiple weight classes. Number 5. Brock Lesnar, $28 million. Brock Edward Lesnar is an American professional wrestler and former professional mixed martial artist and professional American football player. Lesnar is the former UFC heavyweight champion, however, he currently wrestles in the WWE. Number 4. George St. Pierre, net worth $30 million. George St. Pierre is a Canadian mixed martial artist and a 3-time former welterweight champion of the UFC. Many consider him to be one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time. Number 3. Khabib Nurmagomedov, net worth $30 million. Khabib Nurmagomedov is a Russian professional mixed martial artist. He's a 2-time Combat Sambo World Champion and the reigning UFC lightweight champion. With 28 wins and no losses, Khabib holds the longest active undefeated streak in MMA history. Number 2. Rorion Gracie, net worth $15 million. Rorion Gracie is a Brazilian-American Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Grandmaster, writer, publisher, producer, lecturer, and the co-founder of the UFC. He's one of the few people in the world to hold a 9th degree red belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and is known for introducing Gracie or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to the world. Number 1. Conor McGregor, net worth $110 million. Conor McGregor is an Irish professional MMA fighter in the UFC. He's also one of the most notorious in the MMA and has had an incredible sensation over the past couple of years. Funnily enough, the majority of McGregor's net worth hasn't come from his MMA fights. It's actually come from his professional boxing debut against the one and only Floyd Mayweather Jr.